Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I am back renovating this apartment, which is another eco lifestyle apartment, which I'm pretty excited about because I'm actually building in the modernized version of the world. And I actually did this for the last apartment that I created, and it was the one next door. So if you guys like these more modern style apartments, then maybe you'll like the last one. I did it for a couple of best friends who lived together, which I thought was a fun idea, and it was a very boho style. I used a lot of stuff from the new expansion pack, which is high school years, because there's just lots of like boho style furniture and stuff that came with that pack. I actually ended up using a lot of that stuff in this build as well, some of the like boho furniture and stuff, but this wasn't supposed to necessarily be like a boho interior. It's just supposed to be for a like millennial style sim, because the boho style is very popular among millennials, the same with like indoor plants and stuff. So I tried using some of that, but I also tried to make it feel more like a first apartment, so things aren't perfect. It's put together enough to feel like it's kind of matchy because I don't know, I just kind of went with a color scheme. Once I placed this sort of like pale lime refrigerator, I decided to use a lot of colors that are similar to that. So I thought that was kind of fun. So maybe if you are playing like the not so berry challenge and you're in the first generation, the mint generation, then maybe you'd want to live in this apartment because it's kind of a minty feel. I don't know, it's a little bit more on the lime side. Is there a lime green generation to that challenge? I'm not sure. But yeah, I don't know. I thought it would be a nice possibility if you guys are into those sorts of challenges. But basically, I just wanted it to feel like a millennial's first apartment kind of thing. So I tried to pick decorations that I think, you know, that type of sim would want to have, basically. I don't know. I had a lot of fun with it. I was looking at Pinterest because that's what I always do. And I was looking at some like interior illustrations of more like realistic looking style interiors, and I came across a couple. None really stood out to me for this apartment necessarily. I don't know, I was looking at one and I was gonna try to make it look like that, but it didn't end up happening that way. So it's just kind of funny. The floor is similar, I guess, that I used here in the kitchen, but I think that's it. I don't know. It's just kind of funny. But I really liked using this floor because it made it feel like more of a starter apartment, because it just feels like maybe an outdated tile or something, but it also felt like a little bit retro, like maybe it's kind of trendy or something. I don't know. I definitely think that this sim rents this apartment. They don't own it, so they probably haven't made any changes like that. And I'm actually really happy with this style, because usually when I build in this modernized version of Evergreen Harbor, usually I tend to make the interiors very modern looking. I think this one's definitely modern, but usually it's just kind of like more fancier looking. And like in this apartment, I tried to pick like older, more outdated looking furniture pieces, like the chairs in here and the refrigerator. And I also put some water stains on the tile in the kitchen. You can't really see it because the rug is pretty much covering it up, but it's there, and it's just enough to show that maybe there's been some like water damage at some point. And so it's just not like the most fancy apartment, even though the apartment building itself is quite fancy, and the modernized version of Evergreen Harbor it's quite fancy because the whole world has been renovated and upgraded, and so everything's like new and shiny pretty much. But yeah, I don't know. I had fun with it. You guys will have to let me know what you guys think. Over here is going to be the living room. That area that I just decorated was the entire kitchen and dining room, as you guys can probably tell. I do believe I forgot a trash can, so I will try to remember one before I upload it to the gallery, but if not, I think it's probably an easy fix. Maybe you could place it by the door, or maybe by the pet food bowl, even though I feel like that's kind of mean to the pet to have like the trash right there, even though they probably don't care. But I was thinking that this sim would probably live with their cat. I thought that was a nice idea, but of course you could have a dog. I did put a litter box in the bathroom, so there's that activity for the cat if they need it. I did forget a scratching post though. That was another thing I meant to include. Well, at least it's an easy thing to add if you guys feel like it's necessary for your little pet. But yeah, in here in the living room, I have a bookcase. I have a couple of different pieces of furniture that don't necessarily match together. Both of the couches came from the Sims 4 high school years, and I really love them just because they look so comfy with like the pillows and the throws and stuff, and I felt like they're very millennial looking with like the style of like the patterns and stuff. So I felt like it was perfect for this interior. And like I was saying, I wasn't necessarily going for a boho look, but since that style is really like popular amongst millennials, I think that they would probably pick out certain pieces from like their favorite stores or thrift certain items that they think kind of goes with that boho style. And it's not like the Sims favorite style. They just like it because it's kind of trendy and in, and they'll probably change their mind in like, you know, however many years when the styles change. That's kind of what I was thinking for this particular Sim. Or maybe they'll turn out to love it and keep the style forever, because I think it's a really good style and I've loved it since I was a kid. So yeah, I don't know. I think it's super fun. But anyways, this is the bathroom. I quickly decorated it. This hallway was so awkward for me. I did not know what to do with it. So pretty much what I ended up doing is putting a dresser in here. I imagined it was like extra storage. I put this coat rack that came from Snowy Escape. Again, I really wish it didn't come on the skis. I wish that they were just, you know, tiny little hooks on the wall. It would be so versatile if it was. I mean, it's still pretty versatile because the colors are really nice, but the skis just kind of make it feel a little bit awkward in some interiors, but I think it worked here. I also put a chair in here. I put a like a bathroom shelf in here too by the door, just for extra like bathroom clutter. Here I realized that there was some like blank space above the TV, and I felt like it just needed some like extra decor, so I put a shelf with a few decorations like a plant, and I believe that one little metal thing is like a radio. And I also put some leaning artwork. I also used that same leaning artwork in the kitchen on the corner counter, and if the kitchen doesn't work, it might be that artwork or it might be the plant. The plant shouldn't affect it. Usually if you use that particular plant and shove it as far as you can into that corner, your Sims can still use that counter space to cook, but the artwork may block it. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't, but if it does, it's an easy thing just to quickly delete, and your Sims should be able to use the corner counter just fine for all of their cooking. So yeah, hopefully that works because it's a very small kitchen. But in here is going to be the bedroom, and I really loved this bed. This bed frame isn't exactly what I pictured for this like particular room, but I imagined that either it was like a hand-me-down from like a grandparent or an aunt or uncle or something like that, or maybe they found it at the thrift store, and so it's a bit more of like a traditional look, but the bedding was just so perfect. And then over here I create sort of like a DIY vanity table with some like clutter and decorations and things that I thought looked nice in here. And I also really enjoyed using the open clothing rack. I thought that looked really nice with the hanging clothes and stuff like that. And I also put another dresser in here just for extra like storage and to fill in the space. And then here I put this little weaving decoration, and I thought that this was maybe like a project that the Sim had started at one point but they kind of gave up on, and maybe they come back to it every once in a while, but they really haven't finished any complete project yet. So I thought that was kind of a fun idea. And yeah, I just clutter up this space and add a few more different decorations and some like, I think maybe more plants or something. I really wanted it to feel like the Sim had like all of the like trendy plants. And so I think that worked out pretty nicely. And yeah, over here I do place another shelf just to fill in the space and to add a little bit more clutter pieces and decorations. And I believe this is pretty much it for the build. I just, finished decorating the shelf, pick out some artwork to put above the bed, and then we're on to the screenshots. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshots. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
It's a hard thing to know that your soul will stay hollow. Even if I know that nothing lasts forever, it's not easy to let go. Can he love me again? Can things ever be the same? All I do is see things slipping through my fingers when he turns and walks away. Yes, there he goes. There he goes. All the things I wanna say, Maybe he'll listen someday. I know it is not enough to say I'm sorry. Didn't beg him to stay. So there we go.